Right, we're on. So Eureka Golf Swing had a sale on during the Open Championship at St Andrews. How good was the Open Championship at St Andrews? And there's been some interesting findings since that sale. 3 or 4 people have mentioned during their experience of the Eureka Golf Swing that they've adapted the takeaway slightly, and I'm perfectly happy with that. But today I'm going to discuss that to make sure everyone else can understand how these guys have adapted Eureka Golf Swing slightly away from the traditional move, but how it benefits their game, and it could also benefit your game. So to make sense of this video, the Eureka Iron Swing series is a place to start. EurekaGolfSwing.com, go on there, buy the Iron Swing series, and you'll understand what the body does in relation to the canes, which is what impact is all about. Today we're going to talk about the takeaway. As I mentioned, a couple of guys from the Eureka sale have incorporated a new takeaway within Eureka Golf Swing. However, the impact parameters and the downswing parameters are exactly the same. Their incorporation of a new takeaway has allowed them to increase the ability to get the downswing correct and impact correct, and I like it. So takeaway, impact we won't talk about. That's in the Eureka Iron Swing series. All the parameters are within that, so you need to incorporate yourself into that or buy into that. Takeaway, tracing the red cane. That's the traditional Eureka takeaway, tracing the red cane. Left arm below shoulder plane at the top of the swing, in there, and then from there we're into downswing, and we're good. Since the sale, 3 people, all from America, have said they do not incorporate that takeaway. Everything's the same, except rather than trace the red cane on the way back, traditional, they take the club out more along the shoulder line, which is the white cane, there, and then from there, because they understand how the body works with the canes, which is in the Eureka Iron Swing series, they're then able to trace the red cane on the way down. So it's not a loop, but it's certainly 2 different planes. So traditionally with Eureka Golf Swing you go up on one plane and back down on that plane, or a very similar plane, it's not exactly the same. But these 3 guys have figured a way out to take the club more outside and drop it more inside, purely because they can get the body to do what it does through impact, which is all in the Iron Swing series. They create room for themselves. Apologies if there's any water or rain on the screen, it's got a little bit drizzly. Good Scottish word, drizzly. So, traditional, red cane takeaway. Body, as we know what it does to the canes, allows us to come back down the red cane. So turn, turn, pivot, pivot. These guys are taking the club more along the ball to target line, or parallel to it. Yes, along the ball to target line, shoulder alignment is parallel, so along the ball to target line there. And then from there they felt as though, because they were able to understand the body reacting to the canes, which is in the Iron Swing series, they then could use this space here to have a little bit more drop inside to then trace the red cane on the way down. I quite like that. I have no problem with people adapting Eureka Golf Swing. It's all about impact. Eureka Golf Swing is all about how we get from the top, regardless of how you've got to the top, how we come through impact. That's Eureka Golf Swing, which gives you the consistency of the flat left wrist and reduces your slice. But these 3 guys are going more out there and then doing what the Iron Swing series tells us to do into impact. So they're there. Okay, it's pretty good. I've lost that one left, because for me, that to me is really dropping it inside. So it curved left, but it's okay. I would have to work on that because I'm so much traditional Eureka one plane, back down as close to that plane as possible, instead of up and down a different plane. I'm going to try again. Okay, better. Got it. That's on the flag. Not enough club I've got. Not got enough club with me. But that's good, I like the adaptation. This perhaps could become a modified version of Eureka. But as I mentioned, Eureka is all about the impact delivery, how we deliver it into impact. That brings the flat left wrist into play. It allows the body to open up to the feet line. As I mentioned, Eureka is all about impact delivery, how the body is able to open up because we understand how that works in relation to the canes on the ground, Iron Swing series. Also how that can create the flat left wrist at impact, ball turf strike, compression, the left arm leaving the body post impact to allow that compression or to sustain that line of compression for longer, so your low point is longer. That's what Eureka's all about. It's all about reducing that slice and creating that straighter ball flight. The takeaway is very important. An individual's player adaptation of the takeaway, happy with that, crack on. So we now have two variations, or a modified variation. We may call this Eureka American style. American style Eureka, what about that? Club goes more out there, and then we adhere to the canes. So there. Again, bang on line, get up. I just do not have enough club with me today. I've only got a half set with me. And then there's traditional Eureka, much more rotational. Much more rotational, more one plane. Just as good drawing back in, love it. So thank you very much to the three gentlemen from America for emailing me in your information. I love that, the feedback is fantastic. So please feel free to email me the feedback that you may have from your Eureka Golf Swing experiences.